whole thing, and it was in the top left of both of our screens.
Well, I wasn't looking at my screen because I don't really care, but hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That was God. It's really pulling out all the stops for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take 16 blinkers so that we can officially start this Relchy's quest because this is
Hmm.
Relchy's quest, and I
Welcome to
am
Relchy's Quest.
Relchy. I have
That's Relchy.
guest speaker Badoshia here with me today.
My name is
ASAC Schrader.
with a
Uh,
hard R. I'm going to use my real name because when the government kills me, I want you all to know why.
every time you say your name, I'm gonna go and post and dub over.
ASAC Schrader.
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
every time I say my name, you're gonna go over and you're gonna go and dub over
ASAC Schrader.
so that everyone thinks that that's my name.
yeah. Yeah, every time either of us say it,
ASAC Schrader.
that'll happen. I'm cutting this off because I'm just gonna save myself work in post. I don't want your name in here because it'll trace it back to me, like on my
No,
channel.
I do want my name. I want my name.
I wouldn't feel comfortable uploading this even if it had just your name because it would be very easy for somebody to find my name based on your name.
For real? Who cares?
Dude, I'm pretty sure my dad.
The waste management business.
You know that anytime I post anything, it could theoretically be traced to you.
I suppose.
We can use my name and not your name. That's fine.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. Anyway,
Cool.
and
Okay, welcome to White Boy Podcast number 315.
I think
This
there's
is
a lot
MacD.
more than 315 of those. I hate to
Yeah,
break
but
it to
this
you.
is the 315th one. There are other ones past it, but this is the 315th one.
Yeah, true.
ASAC Schrader.
I'm here with Relchy.
Yeah, I'm
And
Relchy.
basically what we've done is we've reached out into the great unknown of this universe. So we've asked the smartest Americans out there to send in their advice. And they sent it in to us through a platform called Quora.
It was so crazy. I was going to get like my matcha health booster shot, my yearly booster matcha ginger health shot. And I literally saw Zachary Hadel, creator of Smiling Friends, and I went up to him and I told him a knock knock joke, and it wasn't even that funny. It was
Yeah,
like basically like knock knock, who's there? I pulled down
yeah,
your underwear, sort of thing. And he was like, "Dude, you're legitimately funny as fuck," and I would listen to your podcast, and
yeah,
that was all I needed to hear. I was like, "All right,
yeah.
it's time." So anyway,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
can I rip that first question for us just so we can start strong right off the bat?
yeah, please.
Okay, this is a question from user Shia LaBeouf. Would you buy a marble sculpture of Bart Simpson if money wasn't an issue?
I thought, motherfucker, I'd buy a marble sculpture of Bart Simpson if money was an issue.
Yeah, I'd buy a marble sculpture of Bart Simpson if I was dying and could not make rent and
I
could
don't.
not buy
I think
myself food.
that's such a stupid question. I don't think there's a person on earth who would say no to that. Like because
Would you
it's
would
like
you buy a sculpture of Bart Simpson
the,
if you were dying in a ditch?
the question would you buy blank if money wasn't an option, like was of no importance, is such a stupid question because it's like, yeah, why the fuck not?
Yeah, and also add on to that, the thing they put is the blank is the coolest fucking thing on the planet. It's the absolute coolest thing in the entire world. What if I put a sculpture of Bart Simpson and the sculpture meister came up to me and he asked me what I wanted, what pose I wanted Bart Simpson to be? I would want him to be on a skateboard, with one hand kind of slapping his own ass, the other ripping a booth. And I feel like it would be like a very forward momentum, like motion based sculpture.
I would make him leaning forward with his mouth agape, and I would lay a single pair of shorts in there to fulfill his to turn the tables.
So he's perpetually eating his own shorts.
Yeah, but no, but they're my shorts actually. So he eats my
he's
shorts.
he's perpetually eating his own shorts. No, your shorts.
Yeah. Um.
I think
No,
that answers the question
the
answered.
question reminds me of you and a single friend have 24 hours to eat five McDonald's chicken nuggets and
Yeah,
a packet of
exactly.
barbecue sauce
Yeah.
for $45 million. Who are you calling?
You and 20 friends have an hour to eat one large cheese pizza. Who are you?
Who are
Who
you
are you
calling?
calling?
What 20 friends are you calling?
The challenge actually has nothing to do with the pizza. It's about calling. Are you capable of calling 20 friends?
No, it's about tagging 20 friends so that they get more traction on their stupid fucking tweet.
I hate Twitter. Okay, you ready for the next question? Oh,
Please.
that's an important thing to notify people about this podcast. Is right now it's 2016. We're recording this in 2016.
Today is January 2nd, 2016.
Yeah, that's a really important element because I don't think we're gonna release it this year. I think we're gonna let it simmer.
Yeah, no, because dude, also like did you hear that Donald Trump is planning on running for president?
I think that's a rumor. I think that's ridiculous. I don't think
No, no, he
America
no, no,
ever.
he announced he's running, I'm pretty sure already.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. But
All right.
whatever. Okay. You ready for this next question? And this one's a really good question. And the really important thing is I want the questions on this podcast to be philosophical and I want them to be intellectual because every white boy podcast is a comedy podcast and this really at heart is not a comedy podcast. This is a spirituality podcast and we're going to be talking a lot about oils. We're going to be talking a lot about the soul. We're going to be talking a lot about the Tao Te. Um,
My biggest creative influences are Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson, and I
yeah.
mean, third honorable mention Graham Hancock.
So here's the question that I really hope is reflective of that. How to get a haircut similar to Joseph Stalin without showing the girl who cuts my hair a picture of Joseph Stalin.
You know, here's the thing that you're not thinking about is like we're sort of coming to this with like a Western perspective, but like
Yeah.
I'll tell a very true story from my life, and I hope this doesn't dox me, but
And this is one of your true stories, right?
this is one of my true stories.
Mm,
I'm actually being honest to God. This is a true story. For 10 years
yeah.
of my life, I used to get my hair cut by a Vietnamese lady.
By Joseph Stalin.
No, yeah, no, by a Vietnamese lady at a Vietnamese hair salon,
Okay.
and I'm
Uh,
pretty sure they were from the north.
and would those 10 years be from 2010 to or sorry 2006 to 2016?
Yeah,
Because there aren't a set of 10 years other than that in your life.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
2005 to 2015.
2005 to 2015. True. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So from the day you were born to today, where you turned 10, your hair was cut by a Vietnamese lady. Go
yeah,
ahead and continue
yes.
the story.
Every day,
Yeah.
every day.
Continue with
Um,
the story.
I guess my whole just what I'm thinking is like they won, right? Like they won the war. They beat America. And so I think they would see Stalin as sort of like it's like the anti FDR sort of like type guy, where like he's
Yeah. So you're
anti-American
saying that you go up to
imperialism.
your Vietnamese lady and say, "Can you give me a hero haircut?
Yeah, I say,
Can you give me can you give me the haircut of a champion?"
can you please, yeah, give me a haircut of our brave and glorious leader?
Yeah. And they'll say,
And
and they'll know exactly what you're
she would
saying.
probably start going ho 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 Chi
Yeah.
Minh.
Also, this podcast is an anti-racist podcast. That's a really important part of it.
Yeah, we
Um,
are very like I don't know. I hear like even like racist jokes kind of make me nauseous.
yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't do any of that. So, yeah, the way that I would get my classic Vietnamese lady barber to give me a Joseph Stalin, I think the mustache is really the important part. I think
Yeah,
that I would cut
if
my
you can't
hair.
grow a Joseph Stalin mustache, don't even fucking try. It's like you have to post a Reddit post like that and say, hey r slash Soviet Russia, this is my Joseph Stalin mustache. Do you guys think I'm ready for the haircut yet? Winky face.
And when they
Yes,
give you approval, when r/Soviet Union gives you approval, that's when you know
yes, you slash Feminon. I am single.
you're ready. Yeah. So DM me for mustache pics.
My
You
stash
need to
pics.
show up. You need to show up to your Vietnamese barber with a mustache that says, "Please God, turn me into a Joseph Stalin mustache," which means that it needs to be fucking intense. It needs to have a
I
personality
actually
of its
I
own.
stopped going there after she fucked me up for the third time in a row. Like I was going there for a while and I would get the odd bad haircut and it would grow out like I would give it a week and it would grow out into the best haircut I'd ever had.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Nice
Do
voice.
we
I'm
do we feel like we've answered this
at
sufficiently,
my
or do you think?
Wait, did I cut out?
You think you're ready for another one?
Wait. I was telling a story. I think I cut out. I'm gonna keep going with it. Uh, I stopped going to this Vietnamese haircut lady after she fucked me up for the third time in a row. Because like sometimes I'd get a bad haircut and it would take like 2 weeks and it would grow out into something beautiful and magnificent. But like, dude, 3 times in a row, like I got my haircut cut for something special that I was looking forward to, and every single time I left, and I was like, damn, they fucked me up.
Yeah.
When you
And
finally learn to
and
love when you finally learn to love yourself right before your barber fucks you up forever.
sometimes my barber looks at me and he goes, "Your hair is too good right now. We have to put you back in your place because part of what he does, he cuts my hair, but he also maintains my ego. You know what I mean? He's like a bonsai tree farmer. He'll see me come in and say, yeah, his hair has grown out well, but you know what else has grown out?
His
His
ego.
opinion of himself,
Yeah, his
his
ego.
ego. Let's cut that shit down. Let's give him a disgusting haircut. Let's make him look like a fat 8-year-old. But you know that's what we'll do. And he maintains my ego like that,
Yeah. All right.
which is sort of which is sort of beautiful.
It's kind of gorgeous.
Sorry, I'm
Um.
just coughing because I saw the photo that you sent me. Okay, we're ready for the next question. I've got a pretty good next question.
Yeah. Hit me.
Did you think Mrs. Doubtfire was hot when you were a kid, or was that just me?
Um. Who is
Now, now Mrs.
who
Doubtfire.
is Mrs. Doubtfire?
Okay, I'm going to explain the plot of Mrs. Doubtfire while you look up an image. What's really what's really
I
important about
don't want
Mrs.
to do this
Doubtfire.
podcast anymore. I don't want to do this podcast
What was
anymore.
that sound? What was the ringing sound?
I don't even know. Maybe it was just
Okay, do you want
reminding. I think it was just reminding us that it's still recording.
to? God, I'm kind of coughing so badly.
Man, that's why you don't pick up 50-year-old women in hotel bars.
Okay, everything from the beginning of me talking about Mrs. Doubtfire to now is not in the podcast.
Okay.
Okay, I got a better question.
Okay.
And these are definitely people that you're gonna know. So you're gonna clap. I'm gonna cough, and then you're gonna clap, and that's how we're gonna know when we're getting back into the podcast. You ready?
Okay.
Okay, here's the next question. Feminists, are you impressed that David Blaine held his breath for 17 minutes on Oprah?
I think I'll start this as a feminist, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a few of my feminist perspectives to talk about it. Uh,
Use can you use all of your feminist perspectives alphabetically, please?
okay.
Fuck. Wait. I can't say your name.
It's okay. I'll dub it over. Um,
Okay, we're starting. No, we're backing up. We're backing up.
that's fine. Okay. Brave.
Okay, here's the next question that we're gonna roll with. Did the moon exist in the 90s?
Um, yeah, because Futurama, Fry talks about how when he was growing up, the moon was like mysterious and sexy, and Fry gets he's 20 in the 2000s, which means like he's like 10 in the 90s. So yeah, definitely.
But isn't that a fictional TV show?
Yeah, but Fry's based off of a real guy. It's Philip J. Fry.
There's a guy out there named Philip J. Fry, and he's the fucking coolest.
He's
Everybody
awesome.
loves him.
He's like 45.
Okay, I've got a question for you. If you were Philip J. Fry and sort of, and you know that the Simpsons people made a TV show based off of your life, but they didn't really consult you. They just sort of asked you a couple questions like one time when you were younger. And now there's just Futurama and it's floating around and it's about you. You go to a party and you start talking to someone. How long before you mention that Futurama is based off of you in conversation?
Here's the question: is this party in the 2000s or the 3000s?
This party is today, 2016, the current day, 2016.
Okay. Basically, like, okay, I go up to the flyest bad bitch in there, and I say,
Yeah, we
"Excuse
call
me."
them broads these days.
Yeah, I go up to the flyest broad
It's
in there.
2016. Thank you.
I go up to the flyest broad in there, and I say, I raise my hand really high. Hi, excuse me, miss. Excuse me.
Yeah,
And I bow very politely, like I learned. I visited Japan. I learned how to bow. It took
yeah.
like
What do you
it
what do
took
you say in Japanese when you bow to really let them know that it's a Japanese bow and not a different type of bow?
I say like
You hit him with a konnichiwa?
I usually say like あなたはマンゴーです。
Sure, sure, sure.
私は食べ物はいはい。
Was one of those words a slur in Japanese?
None of them were.
No. I swear I heard you say pig slop in Japanese.
No, I didn't say pig slop.
Okay, so then what do you say to the woman next?
I say sorry, that's a little something I picked up in Japan. I curl my long luscious hair. And I stutter and sort of like point my fingers together. I say, "Excuse me, this is kind of awkward, but there's this really great show called Futurama, and I was wondering if you've seen it ever."
And they fucking love that. And their first thought is like, oh, this fucking idiot's gonna come up to me and start talking about an anime because he looks like the type of person to do that. And then you
When
start talking
I
about
just spoke
Futurama.
I spoke Japanese too, so
Yeah, and they
it's
get
like
so
it shows
excited for the
restraint.
potential.
Yeah, it shows
Yeah,
restraint that I
exactly.
spoke
It's
Japanese.
exactly.
Yeah, and then I'm talking about an
That's what he's gonna
animated
say.
show that isn't. Yeah,
Yeah, they're like, wow, like this guy has the fortitude of a lion to walk up to me and not immediately default to talking about anime. He's talking about a more classy TV show than anime.
the lion does not discuss anime with the bronze.
The lion does not discuss anime. Okay, so
Wait, can I say something?
before we sort of
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you got. This is you know what? I was gonna say this is off the record, but this is vague enough that like you don't have to. We don't have to go into specifics right now. But I just wanted to ask you, do you remember the broad? How was that? The way that picked up on my phone, I really hope it's in post because that just sounded like a genuine reaction and like an appropriate one.
I remember the broad. I remember the broad exactly. And so for all of our podcasters at home, wait, why did they be talking? For all of our people at home, Relchy,
I
for a
dated this
long
girl that
time,
looked like exactly like the green M&M, like to a T anatomically in real
he
life.
dated this girl who looked like the green M&M, and I sort of refused to learn her name because I wasn't her biggest fan.
Which it was a simple name. It was
And
green. It was the green M&M. Her name was the green M&M. Like
yeah, her name was the green M&M, and I just refused to learn it. And so I don't, this is not a word which I typically use. It's not a standard part of my vocabulary, but we did sort of end up calling her the Broad for a few years,
which is
to the
horrible.
point where we forgot her actual name. And it's not horrible; it's fucking awesome.
Well,
And
just as a feminist now, like I do find it a little bit horrible.
no, I'm a feminist too, and she
That's
was
what
a
I
broad.
forgot. No, I forgot she was abroad.
Yeah, she was. She was a broad because she didn't live in America,
Yeah.
and that's a little bit of a that's a little taste of humor.
You know, I studied
Um,
abroad. Please, I hit your inhaler as many times as you can when you want to make like a very soft, quiet screaming sound because that's exactly what it sounds like.
okay, so before this podcast started, we were working on it. I kept trying to talk about my dream blunt rotation, which is a very important piece of my life.
Oh, I was
And
thinking about this the other day because I think mine has changed so much.
this coughing is just going to poison this audio forever, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna run through them pretty quickly. And it is sort of a cabal of 7 people. And when I hit a person, I just want you to tell me like what the vibe in the moment is, and then as we add each person, you're gonna tell me how the vibe changes. But I just want like
Okay.
a brief description of like what is the vibe. First one, Curtis Lewa.
This is a good vibe. Okay. And I think that too many people saw, you know, I think this is evident of a lot of party politics in America, but people saw that he was conservative and forgot how fucking cool he is.
He is really cool. Even though he's like evil and he's like a bad guy, but like he's so cool.
He got kidnapped by the mob.
Yeah. You're gonna go crazy when I add the second person to it. It's gonna be
So,
Curtis Lewa.
I need to describe the vibe for a second. It's like
Yeah, go ahead.
this is the initial untainted vibe. I passed Curtis a spliff, and we're sitting out back. I think this is somewhere in the Bahamas, but it looks like the Pacific Islands, and it feels like a scene from the Battle of Iwo Jima. And we're sitting there smoking the spliff, looking at a gorgeous sunset, and it feels like a responsible toke. Like it feels like the kind of toke where it's like it's been a few months and this is really the vibe and it's really helping whatever is going on. And it's
Yeah,
it's very practical. It's a very practical smoke and it feels very militant.
sure. Okay. Curtis Lewa, Zoran Mamdani.
Very very celebratory, like kind of jubilant, but
Yep.
like there could be mischief afoot.
We're adding Tyler the Creator.
Annoying immediately.
Yeah. George Soros.
Uh, like like the vibe hasn't changed much. It's just expanded.
Yeah. Greta Thunberg.
Ooh, okay, okay. Like
It gets
entertaining,
evil there, doesn't it?
entertaining because a conversation between Tyler the Creator and Greta Thunberg is like I think I could really influence that and steer that into a direction that it is
Yeah.
hilarious to watch.
And I do think Curtis Lewa and Greta Thunberg would be a really fun duo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna add another
debate.
one. There's two left. Malala.
Okay, okay. Before or after she got shot?
The day of the shooting, but like 2 hours later. So like a heavily injured, like actively bleeding Malala.
Extremely somber.
Extremely somber. And lastly, we're gonna throw in George Washington.
Um, okay, like united through the tragedy.
So do you think that blunt rotation is everyone sitting in a circle and being like, "Holy shit, you just got shot. Tell us about it." And it's just like a group of old men and Greta Thunberg reacting to Malala telling her life story, but
I
also like one of them happens to be George Washington.
I know. I think that Malala is still like I'm pretty sure she
Is it
took like
Malala? I've been saying Malala. Is it Malala or Malala?
it's two L's. Lala. Malala.
Malala. Malala.
She
Malala. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, Margarita.
I think she took several weeks, if not months, to recover from that. So I'm imagining
So
she is like
Malala is actively bleeding out, and
she's
George Washington is
she's
looking at her like,
I
"Holy
don't
shit, what happened to
I
you?"
don't think she's no I don't think she's talking. I think she's like she's stable, like she's in like a hospital bed, like she's her condition is stabilized, but she's not like conscious. And George Washington just intuitively knows her life story and is standing above her, telling it really inspiringly.
If I got shot and I looked up and I saw George Washington standing above me with sort of a disappointed look, I would my body would be like, okay, we're not in injured mode anymore. Like I have to impress George Washington. Like I'm standing up, I'm pulling the bullet out of my body with bare hands. Like I'm returning to this world. If I get shot and I look up and Zora Mamdani is standing above me, I'm putting on the works, bro. I'm sobbing. I'm like, please help
I,
me.
I
I'm like,
give
I'm
up.
like dying
I give up
inside.
to my will to live just there because I want him to live with the conscience.
I'm no, if I die in front of Mamdani, it's gonna be a violent, loud affair. If I die in front of George Washington, I'm gonna like gently close my eyes while I like face the sunset and like drift away into the great unknown, like slowly disappear from this world.
Yeah, I want to look Mom Donnie in the eyes and just say, you know, this is what your socialism did to me.
Yeah, and then you look at George Washington and you say, God, like I'll love you forever, and it's an honor to die in front of you.
I so I I like to imagine Ford F-150 appears behind me and they tie a harness to my like around my torso and
Yeah,
I sit up from my like I look George Washington in the eyes, I sit up from my place and I say God bless America and then a redneck says dog will hunt and floors the truck and drives like 30 miles.
yeah. Okay, now that's a perfect segue into talking about Primus, which is what this is really all about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Um, Primus is the greatest band in American history.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good to
Because
talk to you, Relchy.
yeah, okay.
That's the
That's the end. Great to talk to you,
okay.
Bedoshia.
Um, and next time we get on the call, it will be 2026, and I will not be dying.
Okay,
How
yeah.
crazy is it that I'm 10 years older right now?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that the next episode will be in 10 years.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right. Anyways,
I probably won't talk to you for the next 10 years.
yeah,
We'll have a
me
lot of
either.
catching up to do.
I don't really have any need to do that.
Okay,
All
bye.
right, see you, man.